Good afternoon, Rochester Memorial students and families. Mr. Medeiros here with this week's Medeiros Minute. Boys and girls, I want to thank you for a great week of learning. Certainly, everyone did an outstanding job this week here at Rochester Memorial, so we appreciate that. Parents and guardians, boys and girls, a reminder, Monday, March 22nd is a full day professional development for all staff here at Rochester Memorial. Therefore, there is no school for students on Monday, March 22nd. So this is not a typical full PD day time for us. We typically do not have full professional development days in March, but a reminder to everyone, the first 10 days of school this year was set by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Ed as 10 days of planning in order to plan for obviously a unique and different start of the school year this year. With that said, our typical August day on that first Monday in August is usually our welcome back day for teachers. That is what this March 22nd day is taking the place of. So that August day, that Monday in August has been moved to Monday, March 22nd. So therefore, just a reminder, there is no school for students on Monday, March 22nd, as it is a full day for professional development for all staff. Speaking of professional development, all parents and guardians here at Rochester Memorial, you should have received an email from Dr. Pearson Campbell. Her office, she is our Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment. Her office has sent out the professional development survey. So we're looking for feedback from our families on what you'd like to see our teachers here at Rochester Memorial work on from a professional development standpoint. So if you could please be on the lookout for that email with that survey link. We certainly appreciate our parents and guardians' feedback around professional development. Questions about the PD survey, please don't hesitate to contact myself or Mr. West. I know we mentioned this in last week's Medeiros Minute, but just a reminder, grades close on March 19th. So our trimester 2 ends on Friday, March 19th, with grade 1 through 6 report cards going home to those students on March 31st. So a reminder that trimester 2 here is ending for all of our grade 1 through 6 students on Friday, March 19th. And those report cards are going to go home on Wednesday, March 31st. So parents and guardians, boys and girls, as I'm sure you have all heard, the announcement has been made. We are officially pivoting to a full in-person return for all students in grades 3 through 6 as well, starting on Monday, April 5th. So we currently have our kindergarten, first grade, and second grade students back to a full in-person model here at Rochester Memorial. We made that pivot for them on February 2nd. We are now, per the new mandate by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Ed and Commissioner Riley's office, we are now planning on our a pivot to a full person return to school for our grades 3 through 6 students. So therefore, on April 5th, all grade levels, K through 6, will be full in person here at Rochester Memorial. I know there was some confusion in the way the guidance was delivered and how the news came out. But what happened was the Commissioner of Education did receive authority by the Board of Elementary and Secondary Ed to no longer accept hybrid as the learning model that would be accepted, one of the learning models that would be accepted for student learning time. So right now, the Department of Elementary, Secondary, and Secondary Ed has only approved 2 learning models for the remainder of the school year, starting April 5th. I should say not right now, but starting April 5th to the remainder of the school year, that will count towards student learning time. And those 2 learning models are full in person or full remote. So obviously we are full remote in our kindergarten, first and second grade. So we've accomplished that new mandate in those early grades. And so we will be pivoting for our grades 3 through 6 grade levels starting on Monday, April 5th. With that being said, so just a reminder, the district did send out a very important survey through Superintendent Nelson's office. We asked parents and guardians that to please fill out that survey. I believe the survey deadline is Wednesday, March 17th. Critical that we receive your feedback, as that data and your responses really going to help drive how things are going to look here at Rochester Memorial, especially for those grades 3 through 6 classrooms starting April 5th. So please, if you could fill out that survey, we would certainly appreciate it. And I know the deadline to do so is Wednesday, March 17th. As we did over the summer and in the fall, if you recall, we have a Rochester Memorial Reopening Committee. Since the guidance was made public by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Ed on Monday evening, I have recently met with and will continue to meet. We've re-engaged the Rochester Memorial Reopening Committee. We have held one meeting. The purpose of that committee, just to remind everyone, that is a committee made up of multiple stakeholders, so not only myself, but staff members here at Rochester Memorial, parents and guardians, school committee members, and folks from our community to really make sure we're putting our heads together and we're planning an appropriate pivot that keeps health and safety in mind for all of our students and staff, but also gets our students back in the building so they can be here for their new learning models. With that being said, we have our reopening committee that will be meeting. We will be conducting a presentation to the Rochester School Committee, I'm sure, here in the near future, where we will be presenting our plan and the components of that plan for the full in-person return for our grades 3 through 6 kiddos. And then as we did in the fall, as well as we did in the winter when we were pivoting for our K through 2 classrooms, we will do the same for our 3 through 6 here. We will have a question and answer session for our parents and guardians in those grade levels so that you can hear that presentation again, same presentation that we will be presenting at school committee. We will highlight that presentation again at that Q&A session, and then we obviously will have time for questions and answers. So real excited to have this planning going on. Any questions that you may have, whether it's questions around the survey or questions around concerns you have or any logistical questions that you may be thinking of, please don't hesitate to contact myself and Mr. West, and we will be happy to answer those for you. But just as I want to reiterate that this pivot will take place officially Monday, April 5th. Boys and girls, this month of March, we've been focusing on assertiveness as part of our CARES motto and how being assertive helps us with our relationship skills. When we maintain healthy and rewarding friendships, we can manage the different demands while at school. We can resist peer pressure by being assertive, doing what we know is the right thing to do, and successfully manage conflict constructively, talking it through and getting help when needed. Hope everyone has a fabulous weekend. Let's hope this wonderful weather stays with us throughout the weekend. And boys and girls, remember, please take care of yourselves, take care of others, and take care of your